to Coffee with Cannon. Went live at almost exactly 12 p.m. In fact, I got to move over a little bit, get it better centered. I'm doing it inside the car because it's a little nasty outside right now, you know. Although I should even start the car and get a little heat here, you know. So where is everybody? It's taking you guys a while to get here. Uh, Trying to get a little, got those heated seats, you know, and trying to get a little heat going on. Who's no? I see two people in the chat. I'm not seeing any names yet. Where are all you guys? Come on. 2021 is fastly, well, that's not even a word. It's fast ending. It's going away, you know. SSS, howdy, Marie Green. Hello, how are you? How are you guys doing? So, Julie and Jackson, Army Mum, waving hello. Hello, guys. How is everyone? So, a lot of people getting caught with this this new COVID strain, you know. Cliff Yates, it's 80 here in Florida. You got to tease us, right, Cliff Yates? I mean, this damn thing is starting to move around. I'm getting a little dizzy here. Hope you guys aren't getting dizzy. Ruth Ann Griffin, yeah, 80 degrees in Florida. That's a beautiful place to be right now. My sister's in Fort Myers. She's teasing me every other day with beach photos, you know. Staring at the beach. Cliff Yates is another retired copper, you know. You know, you guys, I don't know if you know the derivation of the term cop. And the reason that most police don't mind being called cop is because it stands for constable on patrol. It came from you Brits. That's right. Came from across the pond. The Gabby Cabby would know that term, I would think. Susan Marie talking about the UK. You just pop into the chat. Great to see you. Sandra H, 80 degrees in South Texas. Beautiful. Western Colorado, snow and 27 degrees. Ooh, very cold. My son is home right now, and he's living in Denver now, so he's going back to Denver in a day or two. Morgan Ashley, roll happy holidays, Bill, from Buffalo, New York. Buff State was my alma mater, the Buffalo State Bengals. Candy Scout, you didn't know what cop meant. Yeah, everyone learns that in the police academy. It stands for constable on patrol. Amanda Simpson, know your worth, UK Sharon. Hi, y'all. You're getting mixed with the UK with Texas. Hey, y'all, you know. Mystical Panda from Cape Town, South Africa. Carl Atherton. Kathy Bates, 37 in Springfield, Massachusetts. Well, I punked out, and I'm doing it in my car because it's too cold outside, you know. And I'm moving up a little closer to you guys here. But it's more comfortable. Plus, my son is also, he's taking some kind of test on the computer today. Lieutenant Pete is in the chat. Good to see you, Lieutenant Pete. They're talking about Times Square. They're talking about them not having the full-blown Times Square this year. They'll limit it to, I think last year they limited it to 15,000 people. So I don't understand because I've worked Times Square numerous times as a copper. I put that great photo on Facebook of the investigative detail I was in charge of in 2009. And we have some vintage cop outfits there. If it's on Facebook, anyone get to see that photo. There was a total of 6 of us. It was myself and 5 detectives. And it was freezing that night. And at some point in the night, we got called to the 3-2 precinct because someone fired shots at a radio car. So we were pulled off the detail and pulled up to the 3-2 precinct. And you know, someone firing shots at a radio car, that's pretty damn serious, you know. So we didn't mind being pulled, but we wound up working through the night till 8 o'clock the next morning. So that's what brought in our new year in 2009. Other than that, Times Square was uneventful. Ruth Ann Griffin, hello. Good to see everyone in the chat. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you're members, if you're well, not even subscribers, you have to be members of our YouTube at either the lowest level. We have 6 levels, $2.99 a month. You're the bucket. $6.99 a month. You can polish my rack. Andy the Gabby Cabby, he's in the chat. Andy, you're always. It looks like I'm in my own taxi here, but I'm just in my car in my driveway because I didn't feel like sitting outside and freezing my butt off. So I'm sitting with the heated seats sitting here in my car. I got an Acura, a 2019 Acura RDX, and the lease is up in April, so I have to decide what I'm going to do. Do I get a 2022 Acura RDX, or do I get a different car? So many decisions to make. It's actually, Andy the Gabby Cabby, laugh out loud. I'll be in mine soon. They're good, yeah. It's cold out. I'm sure London is just as cold as here. Cold and nasty. It's raining. It's shitty out, you know. So, Crystal Champion, Taxi song. It's New Year's. It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. I saw a lady at the corner. She got in at the light. Something about her was familiar. I knew I'd seen her face before. She said, I'm sure you're mistaken. And she didn't say anything more. It took a while, but she looked in the mirror, and she glanced at the license for my name. A sad smile came to her slowly. It was a sad smile just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you, Sue? It's been too many miles and too little smiles, but I still remember you. That's the tune called Taxi, by Harry Chapin, the great Harry Chapin, that died in an untimely car accident at a very young age. He actually was driving on the Long Island Expressway, and he had a Volkswagen Rabbit, and something went wrong with the car, and he moved from the left lane all the way into the right lane, and he got rear-ended by a flatbed tractor trailer that caused the Rabbit to burst into flames, and he was killed in a fiery death on the Long Island Expressway. What a great man he was, too, Harry Chapin. He was the first guy in the music business to do concerts for World Hunger. He started that. And then other artists sort of made it famous. Bruce Springsteen took it up, and some more artists, they do a concert every year for World Hunger. But Harry Chapin, a Long Island boy, he started that. He started that. He's got a couple other really good tunes, you know, Cats in the Cradle. But Taxi, I think, was his biggest hit song ever. It was just it was that one of those great folk songs that tells a great story, you know. And people love listening to folk songs that tell stories, you know. And in the end, is it happy or is it sad? That was a sad story, Taxi, you know. Kathy Bates, sequel to the song Taxi. I don't know if that Cats in the Cradle was a great tune too. Yeah, it was about a dad who was always on the road and never got to see his kids, and that was Harry Chapin. Harry Chapin was always on the road doing concerts, and his wife wrote a poem, which was Cats in the Cradle, about him not being home with his kids, always being on the road. And that was a huge hit too, Cats in the Cradle. Yeah. Harry Chapin, great man. Oh, and someone just put in the chat that the great John Madden died. And for you folks across the pond, you Europeans, John Madden was at one time the youngest head coach of a pro football team in the history of the NFL. He was 32 years old. I don't know if anyone has broken that since, but he became the head coach of the Oakland Raiders when he was 32. And he coached for a number of years. I don't know the exact amount of years he coached for, but he went into broadcasting after that. And he was a brilliant, brilliant broadcaster, great football announcer, and people really loved him as a football announcer. And then he almost became like his own franchise. They made that Madden football game that the kids love, you know. And so he became famous, and he was also inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So, great man. I remember he used to live in the Dakota. At least that was one of his residences. And the Dakota is that famous building on 72nd right on Central Park West, where John Lennon lived in that same building and was actually murdered in front of that building. Well, someone just wrote that they had no idea that John Madden was 85 years old. In the last few years, he's sort of stayed out of sight. So probably you've thought of him as, you know, a younger man because he wasn't in the public eye in the last few years. So guys, I always bring my mug with me, my police off the cuff mug, and You guys want to get some merchandise, go on our website, policeoffthecuff.com. Make sure you're dipped in butter, all right? You can get some merchandise there, and you can become a member of the Police Off the Cuff family. Number one for $2.99 a month is the bucket. $6.99 a month is coffee with Cannon. Oh, backyard beverage, we may have named it that. $9.99 a month is polish my rack. $24.99 a month is dipped in butter, and $49.99 a month is heated dipped in butter. We actually have one person at that level in our Police Off the Cuff YouTube family. And thank you, and thank all you people in 2021 that supported Police Off the Cuff, Real Crime Stories. And I don't know a lot of you guys if you've been watching Mark DeMeo, who he and I started Police Off the Cuff in actually February 2019, and we have some bumps along the way. You know, there's a lot of learning curve to doing these YouTube channels, and at first we really weren't concentrating on YouTube. We were putting our show more on Facebook and on the listening sites, Patreon and all of that stuff. Not Patreon, the YouTube sites, Spotify, Google. There's a bunch of there's 9 of them that people can go on from that the host Anchor and listen to us. We got over 740,000 listens on the listening sites. So people go on those listening sites when they're in their car and they just listen to the podcast, and that's great. I mean, of a whole other audience that doesn't watch on YouTube. Mystical Panda, I didn't get to read what Marie Green said, so I don't know what exactly your chat was about. Something about Andy the Gabby Cabby talking about Nikita. Lorna McKenzie, good to see you guys. Anyone in the chat that has the green font, that means you're a YouTube subscriber and you're part of the Police Off the Cuff family. Angel Don Moyer, hi Bill, you are mobile today. I parked in my driveway just because it's nasty out, and I thought that, I'll just do it in my car. I'll do a Duty Ron. Duty Ron loves doing these little shows in his car. So Cammy Burkett, hello, how are you? Yeah, so I'm just doing it inside my car, and a little more comfortable than sitting out. Amanda Simpson announcing that her puppy needs to go out. She'll be right back. Okay, Amanda, we excuse you. You could take your puppy out. That's crazy. Yeah, Duty Ron does like this afternoon chat from his car. He's very good at it too. I can't believe the size of the audience he gets when he does these little chats from his car. It's pretty amazing. So I was talking about Phil and I. We were trying to do some Morgan Ashley roll. I heard the Acura, as far as I'm concerned, has been a great car for me. It's really a nice car. It's a luxury car. And I lease my cars now. I don't buy them, because if I bought this car would be, I don't know, $45,000, $50,000. I'm not paying that much for a damn car. So I lease a car every 3 years, and then I don't have to worry about the big things going wrong with a car, The big things, of course you got to pay for brakes and stuff like that, and oil, you don't even need a tune-up, but you got to pay for oil changes, stuff like that. But this has been a great car, and I'm probably going to get another one. You can either get an Acura RDX or the MDX. The MDX is the bigger car. And last time in 2019, they offered me the bigger one for the same price as the RDX, and I turned it down because I like the RDX better. So, I missed someone else's. Just Helen Green. Hi, Bill. Happy New Year to you and the gorgeous Phil. Everyone loves Phil. What's going on with this? I'm getting a little jealous. All you guys are saying, "Oh, Phil, we love Phil. We love Phil." That's okay. I'm not that jealous. But did anyone watch the Cooking the Sauce with Phil and I? We first put it on the YouTube and the Patreon just for members, so members could watch it. Oh, Lorna McKenzie wants more cooking videos. So the surprising thing was, you don't expect it, but I took it. off of the just for members only yesterday, and was it yesterday or the day before? And I put it out on so everyone could see it, and it's got like 800 views already, and it was just like a 19-minute how to make spaghetti sauce with Phil and I, and people are loving it. I wish I could say it's going viral, but it's doing very well, and people are like, do another one, do another one. But you know, Phil has he has Omicron or COVID right now, and he's getting better. I spoke to him yesterday. I speak to him every day. He has a little bit of a cold, so he can't really talk much. Angel Dunmeyer, hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, Phil in the sauce, it was good. So we're talking about doing a well, thank you, Lorna McKenzie. We love you too, Bill. We're talking about doing a video on how to make veal cutlet parmesan. And of course, Phil's got a recipe for that too. And I think really the recipes are coming from his family history and his wife Millie. I think his wife Millie has all of these great recipes, and Phil's just doing them live with me, and then we're putting them out first. Alicia B., we Italians take their sauce pretty seriously. You know that. It's either sauce or it's gravy, you know. But Phil took it very seriously, and I thought it was pretty good. You know, and we're not, and you guys got to realize we're not using like a handheld camera. So we can't actually go into his kitchen and do close-ups because we're doing it on StreamYard, you know. Oh, now someone wants me to do corned beef and cabbage. I don't even know if I could cook. All you have to do is throw the corned beef in a pot and boil it, right? But yeah, maybe I could come up with some Irish recipe, like Irish soda bread. You know, Irish soda bread is great, but that's a really tough thing to make, because if you make it wrong, it could come out like a rock. You know. And you got to eat it the first day or first or second day, because then it gets really, really hard. Marjo Sig, don't worry, Bill. Nobody has a yard like you do. Yes, my yard. I'm in my gold, but I decided to get out of my yard and go into my car because it's too cold in my yard. So I'm sitting in my car, and I got the heated seats on, so my bum is nice and warm. Ruth Ann Griffin, good to see you. Sandra H., it's gravy. See, Italians are very particular. Some people say it's sauce, some people say it's gravy, you know. And I think Phil even came up with a reason for calling it one or the other. And I don't really recall exactly what he said, but I don't know where Phil. Usually Phil will get the notice that I'm live, and he at least appear. I want to know if you, you know, I never met Dan Bongino when he was on the NYPD. I actually did try to reach out to him and his people to get him to come on my podcast. I'm going to try again. I'm trying to reach out to a lot of different people for 2022 to get some really, really interesting guests. And it's you know, it's tough to get really good guests, and you got to do a lot of work. And I was using Mike Cologne to help me do some of that stuff. He seems to get some amazing guests, and hopefully I'm going to continue to get on that TV show News Nation, where they use me as a talking head, because that's been great as far as promoting Police Off the Cuff podcast. And they call me every couple of weeks and they ask me if I would come on, and I'm like, yeah, I jump at it, you know. I'm surprised I didn't get a call for this week sometime. But Susan from New Jersey, it's gravy with the meat. Crystal Champion, your wife is in the biz. Yeah, but my wife's my wife's a personal assistant to an actor. She's not in the TV business. She's been with the same actor for 25 years, I think. She's been his personal assistant, and she doesn't really like me to publicize who she works for, so I won't tell you guys who it is, but you could probably guess. No way would she work for Alec Baldwin. No way. I'll give you a little hint. He's Irish. Now, if you can't figure it out, I'm not telling you who it is, but no. No way would it ever be Alec Baldwin, you know. No, it's not De Niro. De Niro's Italian. Janet Locke, hi from Australia. Great to see you. I can't believe we Australians, everyone from all over the damn world is here. It's so great. Crystal Champion, you can't guess? Come on, you guys could guess. Um, I'm not going to give you any more hints because it's pretty damn easy, you know. So this is Coffee with Cannon. And this is one of today's the 29th. So this may be one of the last, or maybe not the last, but one of the last Coffee with Cannons for 2021, you know. Marjo Sigu, any Irish actors are lovely. Al Pacino's not Irish either. You guys are coming up with all Italians saying who's Irish, you know. Al Pacino happens to be my favorite actor. I think the guy's amazing. I think he is a chameleon, as they say. He can do anything. Hi, Mystical Panda, Gene Whitehead. I can't read that fast. Yes, you hit it right on the head. His first name is Liam. Yes, that's who it is. I let you guys. I know my wife never likes me to say who it is, but someone guessed, and that's who it is. But she's been with him for 25 years. Yeah, amazing, right? Especially to have a job that long in that business. Yes, Montana Sunsets. That's right. That's who she works for. Real with Robo. Good morning, Cannon. Too early to think. Oh my God, Mystical Panda. I'm so sorry to hear that. She said they lost 5 members of their family in the last 5 months. That's horrendous. I'm so sorry. So sorry to hear that. This whole COVID thing has been just. Marie Green, yes, it is Liam Neeson. I said it. I don't want this episode to be about that, but that's who it is. Yes, but she's not in the TV business, you know. Yeah, he is Lauren Aceto. He is a great actor. Good man too. Real great, real good guy. And the funny thing is, my kids growing up are friends with his kids. They do things with them sometimes. You know, they go out to dinner. They go on trips with him, stuff like that. So pretty cool, you know, pretty cool. And one of them, Michael, is trying to be an actor. Crystal Champion, Sandra H. said De Niro before you said Irish. No, not De Niro. Yes, Sandra H. That was a heartbreaking thing. Police off the cuff, go check out Andy's video to Nikita. Brilliant. I will check it out. I'm going to check it out. I think the Gabby Cabby does some really great things. I tell you, when you talk a lot, you have to drink a lot. Laura Nacido, wow, you might be the only person that read my last name correctly. I hope I read it the second time correctly. Marie Green, yes, you were right, Marie. You were 100% right. It's that Irish intuition, Marie. Even though you're in England, you still have that Irish blood, right? Mystical Panda, Alicia B., very sad news about your family. It is tragic. Human remains in Knoxville, Tennessee. Your thoughts? But I haven't heard about it. I can't really dig into anything that I haven't read about. Because I can't speak intelligently about it unless I know the whole story. Yes, Amanda, Phil does have COVID, but I think he's in his 6th or 7th day. Hopefully, he'll be all better soon. But he's got the cough, and Blondie 1025. Well, I'm not a big New Year's Eve guy. What I'm going to do for New Year's Eve is my wife and I are going to go out to an early dinner at a steakhouse. We're going to have a nice dinner, and we're going to come home, and we're going to spend New Year's Eve. That's how I like to do it. I don't like to be around all other people that I don't know, pretending that, we all love each other. I'd rather be around my family, who I do love, and spend New Year's Eve that way. I think that's the most humane way to do it. Marie Green, yes, Liam Neeson is from Ballymena in Northern Ireland. That's where he grew up, Ballymena. I'm lucky I can say it, but that's where he grew up. And Cammy Burkett, yes, steak sounds yummy, but have you gone into the supermarket and see how much steak costs these days? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The meat has gone like skyrocketing. Folks, police off the cuff. Uh, coffee with Cannon. Get dipped in butter, man. Join. Don't wait. Don't wait. Uh, NYE, quality over quantity. Even hamburger. Yeah, all kinds of meat has gone. It's gone off the charts, right? I'll have to start eating chicken. And even chicken's expensive now, you know? Julie N. Jackson, I'm praying for Phil, Duty Ron, Ed Wallace for speedy recovery. I spoke to Duty Ron this morning, and Duty Ron sounds 10 times better. I don't think he's 100% better, but he feels much better. He's not coughing every minute, and I think he's on the downside of this, and he's going to be totally better in a couple of days. It's very tough that his... Got to have that butter mug, Lieutenant Pete Franzo, that's for sure. So Duty Ron is definitely, he's going to be, hopefully he may even do a show tonight, I'm hearing, possibly. Ed Wallace, I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to Ed Wallace. I'm not sure if he's getting better or not. I know he's home. Other people have spoken to him. I know Phil spoke to him. So I'm hoping that he's, going to get a report that he's all better too. Sandra H, yeah, it takes a long time to get over this stuff. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. But I think it's like expected that, this sort of morphed into this other Omicron, this new variant, Marjo C, golf terminology, he's on the upswing, yeah. Northern Florida, Gary, glad to hear Duty Ron's doing well. Yes, he's doing much, much better. What's the video name of the Gabby Cabby that we could search it, the one that you guys have been referring to? He does some great stuff. Andy the Gabby Cabby, and his videos are usually short. He does a lot of videos that are just like 10 or 15 minutes, and he seems to get a lot across during that amount of time, whereas me, I have to stay here and talk for at least a half hour, 45 minutes to get the same message out, So Duty Ron, not Duty, excuse me, Phil, Sergeant Bill and Detective Phil show, that we're gonna grow, and I'm hoping to have some amazing shows in 2022, and the real crime genre is one of the most popular things on YouTube, and we're also on Facebook and we're on all these listening sites. And I've learned so much in 2021 about how to do this, and it's not an easy chore, or else, what's that cliche? If it was easy, everyone would do it. Don't they say that all the time? And I don't see Angie Eng today. Where's Angie? Angie must be working for Joe. Joe's got to be busy with his law practice, but I'm not seeing Angie. I'm something. I've been just having a lot of allergies. I took 2 tests for COVID, and I came back negative both. But I've been feeling a little bit run down, So it's. I think it's. We forget this time of the year. There's a lot of other things you can be sick with. You can have the flu. I got a flu shot. I got all kinds of shots. That's all we're getting these days is getting shots. John Arbed, Duty Ron is doing much, much better, and I'm hoping that he's going to be coming on the air soon with another show. But he's doing much better. Only season 4 of The Perfect Murder is on ID. I wasn't even aware of that. I'm not even. One day I got to pull up all my episodes and see. And I'll give you guys the numbers of what episodes that I was on. I did actually 6 episodes. Some as a talking head, and some where I played a detective. And I gave the show The Perfect Murder, I gave them two homicide cases that I was either involved in, I had worked on, or personally was involved in. And they did both of those shows, and they were both really good, really good. Crystal Champion, the Murdoch family. Yeah, we're going to, Thursday night, Phil and I are planning on going on the air, and we're going to just recap, not an in-depth recap, but Summer Wells. We're going to talk a little bit about the Summer Wells case, about Don and Candace and that whole mess of a case. Summer Wells still 6 months later hasn't been found. I don't know what kind of leads they have, because the police down in Tennessee have been very closed-mouthed. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the FBI says nothing. So we don't know if there's any new information on that. We don't know what direction. We don't know what direction they're going in the Summer Wells case. That case got blown out of proportion. They went on Dr. Phil. That was a big help, right? What I want to tell you to do is that you should realize, I can't take that guy, You found my IMDb pick? Yeah, I know. I actually do have an IMDb. I was almost shocked because I didn't make the page myself. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, Dr. Phil. What do you think he really gave a shit about Candace and Don? What I want to tell you to do is when you see the glitter for my $50,000 watch, you can realize that I don't give a damn about you. What I care about is money. And the only reason that I have you on the Dr. Phil show is because I cares about money. No, I'm not a big Dr. Phil fan. I think he's a fraud. I really do. Dr. Phil, yeah. Ratings, exactly. You think he's revisited that case because he cares so deeply about them? No. So the other case we're going to touch upon, of course, is the one that caught everyone's heart and and was an internationally known case was, of course, Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, that case. Phil Grimaldi just showed up in the chat, so he must be feeling better. Here he is. Phil, just know that all of these folks love your cooking with Phil, the spaghetti sauce. My God, I think you should open up you should make your own sauce, and we'll put it out there. The Sergeant Bill and Detective Phil spaghetti sauce, as seen on on the Real Crime Stories, on the Police Off the Cuff Real Crime Stories. And Phil can't wait to do another one. He's chomping at the bit. He's going through his family history. He's going through all the recipes that his mom left him, his wife Millie. He's got everyone involved. He knows that he knows we caught something that people are liking here. So it's off the cuff sauce. Sloopel, you're right. We got to make some off the cuff sauce, but it's going to be more than $5.99 a jar. That's too cheap. We got to up that price a little bit. Off the cuff spaghetti sauce. Your police off the cuff spaghetti sauce. Lynn Harvey, yes, more recipes. Feel better, Phil. And this is Coffee with Cannon on the Police Off the Cuff channel, and make sure that this will give you good luck being dipped in butter. That's for sure, right? Phil Grimaldi putting my vote in for Brajol. Oh my God, you guys are getting off the cuff sauce on merch. Imagine we sold the off the cuff sauce on our merch site. That would be amazing, Marjo Sieg says she'd order that. Jennifer McKee says she does not understand the raisins in the meatballs, though. That's the first time I've ever heard about raisins in meatballs either. I never heard about that. But, I'll try any. I usually make meatballs for the Super Bowl. And because I'm from a big family, I was one of 8 kids. I can never make a small pot of anything. So last year I wanted to make 30-something meatballs. And it was only myself and my son. And it was what the hell? But I ate the meatballs for the rest of the week, so it was fine. But I don't know how to make small dishes of anything. Sandra H., our family doesn't do raisins and meatballs, so give it a try. See if maybe you like the raisins in the meatballs, you know. Uh, Angie Ang is on board. She's here. I was searching. I said, where's Angie today? What if I get some terrorists in the chat and I don't have a moderator to get rid of them, you know? Angie Yang, when are you guys going to do another show, Allegedly Guilty? I haven't seen one. I know that you and Joe have been super busy, but I was looking forward to another Allegedly Guilty show. It takes a lot of time, right? Army Mom loves, Phil, that your recipes are family recipes. Robin Gearhart, really love the sauce vid. Italian is our favorite in my family. It's my favorite food, too. I love Italian food. That's the best. And Phil's talking about doing some veal parmesan recipe, which would be amazing. You know what would be amazing for me, because it's one of my favorites, is shrimp parmesan. I love shrimp parmesan. I would love if Phil would come up with a shrimp parmesan video. I don't know if he knows how to make it. See, Phil just said veal parmesan next. Someone put in the chat, how about Mexican food? Do we look like we could make Mexican food? When I want Mexican food, I just go and I order it and I pick it up. That's another whole genre of culinary delights there, you know. And I like Mexican food, but in no way on this earth am I going to try to make it, you know. Italian food's a little less foreign to me, and Mexican food, I love it, but I wouldn't make an attempt on cooking it, you know. Shrimp or chicken, eggplant in the sauce, no raisins and meatballs. Robert Kermel, hello from Boston. Marjo seek 30 meatballs and you're not Italian, mind blowing. But I love meatballs, and when you have the Super Bowl, there's nothing like some excellent meatballs, some good Italian bread, dip it in the sauce. Oh my God! And but it's a lot of work. Meatballs are a lot of work, as Duty Ron, there he is, Vig Money, so I don't get whacked. Duty Ron's in the chat. Look at that, guys. He showed up, so he must be feeling a little bit better. Dawn Marie wants some shrimp palm. That's my favorite. Maybe Phil will get a recipe for shrimp palm, and we'll go over it on the show, you know. And I'll even listen to it because I'll try to make it myself. Julie Jackson, yeah, Duty Ron's, and look at this, everyone's excited that Duty Ron, thank you for the $5 super chat, Duty Ron. Duty Ron is in the chat officially. Everyone's happy to see you. Everyone's happy to see that you're alive, that you're feeling better. It's a great thing to see him here. Now we just got to see Ed. Ed going into the feeling better and coming on so that we know that he's better, you know. It's just this thing is no joke, and it's been around too damn long, right? We got to get rid of this damn thing, you know. Duty Ron, how is Ed Wallace? A lot of people are asking in the chat if you could just give us a brief update. If you can't, that's fine. We'll. I know I spoke to you about it. Duty Ron, I'll be live tonight with Joe Murray talking to Lori Dable, Vallow attorney. Cool. That's very cool. He's going to be going live tonight. Army Mom, oh my God, you're making me hungry. Never heard of shrimp palm. I make a mean chicken palm. I'm sure the skills you use to make chicken palm could be used to make shrimp palm, and it'd probably be just as good. But I love shrimp palm is my favorite. That is absolutely my favorite. Pauline Buckles, yes, I read Means is off the case. Amanda Simpson will be tuning in. Duty Ron. Army Mom 13, yeah, consider being a channel member here. Any of you guys that are not, that you're in the chat and you're not a channel member, go to our YouTube. For $2.99 a month, you could be the bucket. And for $6.99 a month, Coffee with Cannon. $9.99 a month, Polish My Rack. $24.99 a month, you could be dipped in butter. And for $49.99 a month, if we have one person at that level, is heated dipped in butter. And we appreciate all of you guys. And as we said, Duty Ron's going to be live tonight. I think he said 8 p.m. He's going to be live. So you guys he's going to be with the great attorney Joe Murray. So if you're around, tune in to Duty Ron tonight at 8 o'clock. And prayers for Ed Wallace and the Duty Ron and Family by Phil Grimaldi. Absolutely. Irish call it sauce. Italians call it gravy. Hello, Real with Robo. Montana Sunsets. Yellowstone needs a new sheriff. Time to think of heading to Montana. Sergeant Bill, Detective Phil could be your sidekick. Yeah, I guess so. Yellowstone. I watched some of that the other night. I'm not a regular, but it seems pretty good. I think you got some regulars here, folks. I've been on for like almost 41 minutes, so I just want to say goodbye right now and tune in tonight with Duty Ron. I may go live tonight at 9 o'clock if I can get Philly and the great Tommy Dates to come on and do a show about growing up in Brooklyn. And I don't know if they're feeling up to it today, but if they are, I would love to have them come on tonight. We would go on after Duty Ron. I don't want to compete with Duty Ron at 8 o'clock. I think he said 8 o'clock. So I'd go on later. Real with Ro, we need to have 2 hours with Cannon. Wow, that's great. Hit that thumbs up for the video. Oh, wait a minute. Do 8 p.m.? All right, Duty Ron says he's doing 8 p.m. Now I'll come on. He's doing 9 p.m.? I'll come on earlier then. Duty Ron's going to do 9, so I'll come on early and maybe even 7:30. We'll see. See if I can get my 2 protagonists to join me at 7:30. Okay, everyone. I'm going to. I'll probably be coming on tonight at 7:30 with Phil and hopefully Tommy Dades. And we're going to have a deep conversation about Brooklyn. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you tonight.